Right, let me just check to see that we are up and running. As pretty much always, my first word of the stream is right. Nice. Way to keep things in line. Okay, I'm on. We're up. Let's do this. So, oh, I don't want to sleep. Get out of here. We got a whole day to make. That's right, we're here. Hello, Tony. Nice to have you here. Honor and a pleasure as always. Hope your week's going well, my dear. Or has been well. Hi, Matt. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Electric Boogaloo, as it were. Honk honk. Back in the farming world, aka chill and yap session, I suppose. It's been good. I'm glad to hear it. You must be breaking off from Harvard for the Christmas season soon, I would assume. I assume you've got this week coming up and maybe a little bit of the week after, but I'm assuming that you're not far off. Holy heck, can you believe how close it is to Christmas already? Or how we're like a third of the way through December even. Almost a halfway through. Like, holy hell. This has been a very quick year. Yes, a lovely yap session. For sure. If in doubt, yap it out. I mean, we've got a lot of field to deal with. And that's not forgetting the fact that this is two out of 4 fields, but technically 1 out of 3, considering I put 2 of them together. The year went by so fast, mate. I in it, Charles. It's been a wild one. Like, it just goes. How much money do I have? £35,965 is indicated at the top right. So we don't really have a lot for, I know cows are the first set of animals that we're doing. But that will be the first set of animals to venture through. Maybe, just maybe. How much? Let's see my mother first. Oh dear. So the loans are 5k each. So to get a cow pen, here's the harsh reality of the situation. The cow pen is going to be pretty much all the money I have now. More than, sorry. Bearing in mind that I also need to buy the space to put the cow pen down is part of the problem. However, from this year onwards, everything is pure profit at the moment. So it's not like we're super away from the goal. Just use my magic wand. I mean, again, there are mods that I could download to do get money relatively easy. But I kind of wanted to keep it as like a thing, you know? Bippity boppity boo. There used to be, I don't know if it's on Farm Sim 22 as well, but on Farm Sim 19 I remember there used to be this exploit, as it were, where if you were to play online with somebody else, and they set up a second farmstead, they also would start with 1.5 million, and then you can transfer money from that farmstead to the main farmstead. And then they disband that one and make a new one, and over and over again you could just transfer over 1.5 million over and over again and get a whole load of money into one for like nothing. Very gamey, but we used to do that to mess around and basically go, we have infinite money, we can sandbox this thing. But perhaps by chance would I be able to participate in a Yap Session Part 2? What kind of Yap Session Part 2? What do we need to lead on from? Was there something specifically what we were discussing before? Because I mean, technically if we're cutting technically aren't all my streams kind of Yap Sessions? For one. And I guess for 2, if you're talking specifically Farm Sim, there's been Oh god, what is this already? Is this Farm Sim Sunday, like, 7? Or such? I've done quite a few of these streams by now, actually. Where's the Combine Harvester? What about the ocean? It's pretty big. Oh god. I don't even do it intentionally, it just happens. I fucking hate the meme. How many am I... You know what, let's settle this so I don't have to keep saying 6 or 7. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is literally the 7th. There you go. This is literally the 7th. So it was 6 or 7. There we go. Not that the precisity of the matter mattered, but hell, it's there. So what have you been asking Santa for Christmas this year then, Tony? Anything special? Anything up and above and beyond on the present list? I've said it before, but for me, honestly, I don't really have to get presents anymore. Probably Mansion in Hills, that'd be lovely. That'd be lovely. But yeah, what I do is for my boys, I just throw my sister money. It goes in their bank account when they're older. Well, I would say my mum's side of my family. So me, my mum, my sister, etc., etc. We don't really get anything for each other. We've got a mutual agreement of don't bother. And then, of course, my dad's passed away, so the only real people that we're going to be buying anything for will probably be my grandma and our cousins. So I've got very little on the... Well, we've got very little on the present list to dole out. But of course, everything, it all changes when you grow up. That is the way it goes. That's not a surprise to anyone. You'll probably end up doing a 10k Robux donation soon. Fair enough, Tony. That's very generous of you. I know you've mentioned to me before that you've had quite a few given to you while you sit in the please donate or whatever that game's called again, donate me, whatever it is. Tell you what though, today and yesterday I've really started to get into playing The Forge. That game is actually pretty good. It's very it's kind of, I would admit it's very repetitive ad nauseum, but it's a fun repetitive ad nauseum, you know. How can anyone say no to the mines? The fact that The Forge, a game about mining, is very popular on Roblox, a children's game, definitely confirms that currently the children yearn for the mines. What's my sword? Well, I'm currently level 30 something other, Tony. I made out of the what's it called, I or whatever, ore. I made a dagger. I also re-rolled my class earlier. I thought I could keep what I currently had, but if you re-roll, it doesn't let you choose, you just get the most recent one. So I'm now actually a goblin, which gets bonuses to daggers. So I was like, well, I've had this I dagger for forever, so being a goblin's good. I'll just keep working with daggers. So that's going to be my call. And if you're wondering about what kind of goblin I am, I'm designated myself as being a mind goblin. Truly the best type of goblin in our time. Even though, honestly, it's pretty crazy that you can be... That people have made goblins in Dungeons and Dragons. So to me, it's a bit crazy. I certainly wouldn't. You're a little short midget. What about in The Forge though? But yeah, as a goblin I also get additional movement speed, which is kind of cool. You're only level 14 because you haven't played much. Yeah, you scale through the levels quite nicely if you complete quests, so... Like I say, it's mainly from playing yesterday and today that I've gone from, like, level 2 to level 35 or whatever. That's what you mean, you're a midget in the forge. Oh, so when art imitates life, huh? I knew you meant in the game, by the way. I was just I was just trying to do the not funny. So I thought I'd just say it again, louder for the people in the back. We could play later together. Maybe. I'll tell you right now, Tony. My sleeping schedule is absolutely fecked up. So I'll most likely be on later. What world am I on? The second one. Which is, you're level 14, so you'd be there now as well, roughly. Because you're level 14, so you'd be able to teleport to the second one if you're not there already. Yeah. We'll be on that second world for a while, because the main person you get quests from, so on the first world it's the Master whatever his name is, the old guy. Then on the second one it's like Sergeant Rowan he's called. No, he doesn't own a boat, despite the name. But the Sergeant Rowan quests require you to do quite hard-hitting stuff. So it takes a while to clear them. I'm still only on like stage 5 of it. Sensei Maro. Yeah, that's it. You have a cutlass. Oh, that's cool. Well, that's the idea. You're meant to cut less and pick more. It's not a tree cutting game. It's a rock breaking game. You know what? On this length, I'll start going around in a circle. Let's mess around a bit. Mostly because I don't like the fence at the end, I'll be honest. Yeah, I just forgot the dude's names. You're doing the Goblin King quest right now. Goblin King quest? I don't know what that is. Maybe I've missed something. I imagine I have. Bring him 10,000 gold and topaz. Damn. I assume you mean 10,000 gold like money, not as in like gold ores. Because that'd be a ridiculously hard requirement. But topaz is in the... Which missions give thousands of gold. Even from the first mission on World 2 you get quite a lot more money. I have been going back and doing some of the quests in World 1 that I've missed out on, but they're not even worth the time. It's like, oh yeah, thank you for completing the reward. Here's 1% of your experience bar and like 20 quid. Now piss off. It's like, You finished up all of World 1? Yeah. I pretty much just did it as the minute I could get to World 2 I did. With the exception of picking up that stone pickaxe in the cave before I moved on. 20 quid now, piss off. That is exactly it though. That is almost exactly it. I mean, of course I was being a little bit hyperbolic to try and be funny, but you know how that one goes. You got the stone pickaxe as well? Yeah. Then as soon as possible just move on to the first, if you haven't already done it, move on to that first pickaxe in World 2. It's so much better. It actually allows you to break the second tier of rocks. So it is worth it. You forged a 189 defense light chestplate. Wow, that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. That sounds like... Hold on. You accidentally sold it because you didn't equip it. Ah. But that sounds like double what I've made. What I'm wearing. Wow, that truly is impressive. Oh, nice. Respect to it. Alright. Wait, this is the French station, isn't it? You know this song? Yeah, there's a couple of them that you'll recognise, Tony. So on the classical side, of course, there's quite a lot of famous pieces that they list. And then this song you might have heard. And there's another one on the French radio station called Summer Plays. I'm just curious. Okay, we are on the... There you go. There's the name of the song, by the way. It's Let Me Breathe. It will just start the song from the beginning again, so don't worry. Here it should do. There you go. So yeah, it's called Let Me Breathe. And then also on this same radio station, there's the song that I like called Summer Plays. It's pretty chill. So there's a couple of relatively known ones in on the game. It won't be anything that involves massive licensing fees, of course. It's 50 quid, 40 quid, I'll piss off. Exactly. POV, I'm about to sell POV when I sell the crops to the restaurant and they give me like pennies. How you feel when you get begged in Please Donate? See, this is why I don't ever go on Please Donate, Tony, because it's just so... Honestly, I'll put it like this. It will sound Boomer-Unk-esque, I don't care. I don't understand the purpose of Please Donate. It literally the game may as well just be called Begging Simulator to me. I literally don't get it. It's a bunch of scammers and shit. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a very clever... The person who made it was very clever to make it though, because they know that people would take advantage of the system in some way. So, and the fact that they get you do it because you can do string. Oh yeah, I understand that bit, Tony. I just mean from a... I mean, that's a circumstantial point. If you know what I mean. Like, you do it for the purpose of the content. Why most people would go on the game, though, is baffling. I think is my point I'm trying to demonstrate. He's a Roblox billionaire. Holy heck. If you convert the money into Robux, you can make millions. Yeah, I have no doubt. It's crazy. Set for life over a game where people scam each other. Gee, almost sounds like RuneScape. Remember the days of people doing all like the baiting and that for RuneScape, and when they made the duel arena and people would do like massive bets, but then there was a condition where you could make it like no melee allowed and whatever, and people would just take bows, and the people that they do the bets with wouldn't know that they weren't allowed to use melee weapons, and then they'd get scammed out that way. Absolutely wild. I do remember back in the days, maybe I revisit my old YouTube channel, but I remember back in the days I made a couple videos with the duel arena with boxing and stuff. Back in the day. POV when you get 100% on a forged weapon but it's arse. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to be very selective at the moment about which ores I get in the forge. Or which ores I use to forge stuff with. At the moment I'm looking for amethyst because I quite like both the aesthetic of the purple armour, but also it's like a pretty decent it's a pretty decent, you know, one in a couple hundred or whatever. Obviously the rarer the ore, the better material it will make. So at the moment I'm working on getting full amethyst, while I earn the money to get the pickaxe in the ground, like in the first world, but the one in the second world. Like, they're different but the same. And you got a gauntlet, you made IL gauntlet that did 12.5 damage. Yeah, but the thing is, you have to remember is that the DPS counter doesn't, because the DPS counter is a bit iffy for the game because it's not a displayed exact value, so you have to mentally calculate it. If you can mentally calculate it, you can see very certain gauntlets throw themselves out pretty fast. So that's partly why I swapped to daggers, because I was using like giant ass swords and hammers, but it was taking forever for the attacks to come out, and I was like, well, I'm getting doopied on in between my attacks, so I figured it wasn't worth it. The only advantage you get with the bigger weapons is if you can start setting up a swing as the enemy approaches you, so that when they land at you, you've swung at them. That's pretty much your only advantage. Everything else is just a detriment. How do you get the great axe? So when you're putting, I've noticed that when you put the materials in the, you know, in the cup to initially smelt them down, on the left-hand side there's a little chance thing. So you can see that when you put in more ores, it will create bigger stuff. So the bigger swords and the hammers and the great axes and that, they show their odds underneath as you go along, so it will be a percentage of the weapon group. So weirdly enough, the great axes count as, I think it's just counted as giant sword category. I know they're not swords, but which ores get the axe? I don't think it's about the ores. It's not about the ores, it's about the quantity of the ores that you put in, is what I'm trying to allude to. I've made it is? Oh, I made a great axe once, and the main component was, it might have been aluminum, it might have been titanium, or platinum. I remember it was different ores you put in. Yes, the type of ores, but also the amount of ores. So you can finagle it to change the odds on what you're going to get. But yeah. I could have sworn that any weapon could be made with any ore types. It's about the ore quantities of thingies. But yeah, the great axe I'm fairly certain I made, if you wanted to use the exact materials, was platinum or aluminum or titanium. I just remember it was a silvery looking axe, the one that I made. One thing I will say as a counterpoint to the ore types though, is that I've made two identical knight chests as part of the armour. One was lapis lazuli main, and one was amethyst main. What you do is you grind ores in and put round ones in and say fuck it. Yeah, I was doing that. But then what I'm doing now is I'm just selling the ores back that I don't want to use to the guy that buys them all. Greedy whatever his name is. Greedy Dookie Boogie. Then keeping the ones that I specifically want, because of course there's the stash counter. So I'll get rid of the crap that I don't want to keep my stash count low while I get the rarer stuff. And then when I've got enough, I'll be I'm like, well, I'm satisfied, and then I go and make some of the gear ready for that next increase. Your cutlass has a fart thing. What the? That sounds a little wild, honestly. I didn't even know there was a thing for that in the game. Sounds pretty good though. Can't you'll show me later? Yeah, cool, totally. Like I say, I'll likely be joining you. I can likely join you this evening at some point. And what I'll be doing is, once I've harvested all this field, of course, I'll just get an AI worker to use poopite in the forge. Oh! You raised that's a really good thought, actually. So you used the rare poopite material and got the poop ability. My eye ore dagger has an ability where I get more damage at the cost of max health, I think. It's like plus 10% damage minus 10% max health or something like that. So it must be that the more rarer, some of the more rarer materials must have like a, or like the exclusive materials must have like a thing where they can give you like an ability based on the ore. Obviously I'm still way learning, so I don't know. Next time you listen to me, put your mouth over the phone speaker and plug your ears. Oh dear. Because it reverberates in your head. You have to have your music on rather loud though. Is that how you lost your phone charger before? You had your phone plugged in and you forgot and you ate the charger? Is that where we're going with this? Because now I understand it. Yeah. Ah, man. That's the thing. The cable adds flavour to the taste. To be honest. This is why you need to get an Amazon phone, or like this is why you need to get USB-C cables with your next phone, because they taste so much better than the lightning charging cables. They've got a distinct zappy taste to them. It's not exactly hot cuisine. You're off to go play the Forge? Sure thing. I'll catch you at some point soon then. Honour and a pleasure as always, mate. Honour and a pleasure as always. I also can't wait to get a down upgrade on the Har-Best. But I too am really looking forward to getting animals, so this thing won't be upgraded for quite some time now. I'm just gonna trot along at 6 miles an hour on all the big fields for some time. But it is what it is, you know? Like I say, I wanted to try and keep this save relatively honourable. And that is what I shall do. So I'll be quote unquote toughing it out. But for sure I'll get the AI worker to plough this field while I am harvesting the next field. I feel. Or anything to cut down on my time. Make things go efficient, more efficient and quicker, you know? I wouldn't have done the reversing anything if I fetched that extra little bit of the canola. Also at some point, I said at some point I wanted to do this as oil, didn't I? I wanted to convert the canola into oil because I've never done that before. I don't think I'll do it this time, I'll do it another time though. But I think that's what I was also debating, getting sunflowers and all the sunflower stuff later so we can do sunflower oil for the fun of it. As usual, I'm being haphazard on the situation. Same as usual. Such is the way of things. And I've just noticed the harvester capacity. That's okay, I may as well just keep going. It's all going to be dealt with anyway. At some point I'd like to get like a silo or something, if that's what can be used to turn the stuff into oil. I don't know. But also when we get animals in the future, I'm sure I'll need a silo so I can start putting wheat down on nearby fields and using that to feed the chickens and the cows and whatever. I've probably forgotten what cows eat, because I haven't done much in the way of husbandry and farm sim in the past, I have to say. The knowledge of animal husbandry on this game in the farm sim was never my strongest suit, which is partly why we started here with crops. Partly so I can get into the groove of things. Such is the way of things. Also, the tank of this thing is nearly a third left. I'll need to top that up soon. That was probably a surprise left by me in a past stream where I was like, yeah, I'll let future me deal with it. I don't see it there. Don't think I don't see it there. One nice thing about the lap strap rather than the straight up and down strap is that, of course, the square gets smaller the further in you go. So although you're like, we're just going round in a, not quite a circle, but we're just going round and around again. By the time you get to the inside one, there's hardly anything left. I know it's the same way with the lines, but as I've tried to demonstrate, it's also nice to just conveniently turn lazily rather than having to reverse turn around, do a 71-point turn and all the other malarkey. Okay, then we'll pick up the other parts of this as we come back around on the next loop. I've also, I took a bit of time before stream as well, looking through the mod list. Not long, but I've gained some extra mods for aesthetic decorations for later. Including stuff like walls and a gate and things like that. And signs that can be put down on the floor of like icons in the game. Just for a bit of, you know, spice. I think I'll need to go sell this trailer in a sec. This is pretty much full. Go on, you can... There you go. Now you can. Ooh, what's gonna happen first? Is the harvester gonna get to completely empty, or will the trailer be full first? The PNG graphics making it look rather close. Nah, it was the harvester finishing first. Right, we'll just yeet that here. Turn this bad boy around. Oh, it was at 78%. Okay. So it was less close than I was thinking, but still, it'd be nice to just go and sell this off. I shouldn't need to open the map for this. I should be well adjusted to knowing exactly what's going on, he says. Watch as I immediately fail. But yes, I've still got the hay bales in and around that farm that I was like, screw it, I'll just leave them to the side, I don't care. that thought will come back and bite me in the butt, I'm sure. Right side. Here we go, the usual food dump. And good, it's already remembered that I wanted to tip via the right side. And canola. It's Canova for them. That's all I got to say on the matter. Nice. Decent little 18k. And that is what? Let's call it about a half of one of the 3 main fields. So that's pretty okay, you know. I can deal with that. That is what you call mildly acceptable. And I left the harvester at the side ready to start again, but I think I need to go and refuel it, get the tank back up. So let's just take this back, then I'll go refuel the harvester and continue as we were. I've also mentioned this before, I think, but I have got some mods for putting down fish farms, which will be done later. But of course, that's not till a way and away. The first animals will be the cattle. Here we go. This is the song I like from the French radio station. You're in the trailer. Maybe get out of the trailer. Oops. Then I'll probably do the usual swap to the classic radio station. Rostal mash. Rostal smash. No, it is Rostals. It's Rostal mash. No thanks, I don't need potatoes. That's why we're doing canola instead. I don't remember if I ever worked out what that is. That might even be that silo storage that I'm able to use. I don't know. Let's just cut here. Then we just go straight over actually, don't I? Because it's near the wood selling spot. Hello other farmer, I'm here to just run over your crops, I hope you don't mind. You don't? Okay, thank you. Cool. It's flat land at the moment, they haven't put anything on. that changes my conscience in any sense. Obviously I wouldn't be doing this if A, this was real, and B, if I had the setting for crop destruction on. Corn? Ooh. I'm sure we'll do corn at some point. Unfortunately for now I still want to keep relatively vanilla. Well, canola. You can't really grow vanilla in the game. Coming through, beep beep. I was going to say, if you don't let me up, I was going to push my way through. By use of excessive will. And threats. Some such. Right. Time for the best radio station. The French one's definitely a close second though. Oh, hello train. Ooh. Not gonna lie, I didn't even notice that until last second there. At all. Good thing this... Whoa. Houston, I think we have a slight problem. Okay, that's an interesting one. I'm not going to be able to save that now, am I? Well, I mean, I can, but like, not in the more conventional way in which I would have wanted to have saved it. Okay. Gee, I sure hope there's a... Let's see here. Am I just going to come back to here, aren't I? Yeah, I'm just going to have to come back to here. I don't think there's anywhere closer right now. I do love, though, how there's all the little icons for all the crap I've built over here. Just the little blue diamonds. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll just come back to here. This is my comfort gas station that I know where it is. This time, let's hope the train isn't crossing at the same time as I want to this time. I think I said this time about 3 times in that statement, by the way. Don't worry. I got this. Okay. Refuel. Excuse me, coming through. Beep beep. I'm bigger than you. The non-traffic that's there. Okay, the train is coming back down, but luckily I'm not there yet. So this is acceptable timing. I'm letting the train off the hook, put simply. That's it, come through. But you can't stop me this time, barriers. Well, I mean, you could do, but you won't. That's it, stay up. Excellent. Where's the train now? No, it's disappeared off. So I think I have to go left out after this one, don't I? After the sawmill. Also, I like how the sawmill is called Miller's Sawmill. So it's basically just a mill. I know this is Millstown, but goddamn, there's a lot of mills in together. Okay. So then the question becomes, how much of what we just earned out of that 18k has to fuel this? Probably about 700-800, right? Oh, 430. That's not as bad as I expected. And yes, I'm sure there's probably mods or something I could do to make the fuel costs nothing or even cheaper, but again, keeping everything as is. Both ways before crossing the train tracks. for once. Oh look, the hand does slightly tell when I move left and right. And the right hand actually moves the gearbox swapping. Nice! There's a little detail that I never bothered to even look at in this game in the past. And yes, I'm just going to follow my tracks through again. Go. It's also weird that with the dynamic audio, the horn is louder outside than it is inside. I don't know, I'm just testing random crap at this point. Stuff that I haven't thought to look at, to be honest. Trying to set up the cinematic shot, but it was not looking great. Yeah, nice. No, let's not turn it on just yet. Oh wait, turn it on until I'm actually at the thing, because it slows it down quite miraculously. Here we go. In we go. Back to it. Like I say, don't worry, once I've done this plot, I'll get the AI to... Oh no, I said I didn't want to get the AI to plough it out, because they keep missing the end row. That sure is a dubious one. Maybe I just do it all myself. Maybe. Bear in mind that this is one of the slower jobs when you consider the fact that I'll be using a medium tractor for the ploughing and seeding. We'll figure it out as I go along. Because I don't mind how I do it either way. Realistically speaking, because all gets done. I need to remember that I ended up on I finished on the previous row on the opposite side. Well, I say row, but you know, lap. So when I do this one, my straight out won't be at the end; it'll be slightly before that. Hey, what do you think you're doing there, Mister Little Bit of Canola? Get Canola here. There we go. Heck yes. Now we're getting somewhere. So seeing as the last trailer gained me 18k, let's assume the inside bit is about the same again and half more. So let's assume that the rest of the field of this one's worth about 25 to 30k. So that'll put me ballpark about 85k by the end of this field. Not bad. And as I say, it should be mostly profit in there, considering that I've truly bought all the equipment I need. For now. Of course, with the exception of how I said before that I was going to eventually invest in a fertilizer unit. But I'll wait until we're rolling in more dough before that happens, honestly. Yeah, there's the where I finished previously. So I just cut around this to the side here a little bit. But I don't do everything in a straight line anyway. Now it just seamlessly blends back in to the absolute shit show of the rest of it. Look at that skew width. Holy heck. Truly a skew width of all time. I'll only be about 53 by the time we get to the trailer, but I may as well unload it anyway. Just because we're there. And oh, prove me wrong, it was more like 55%. Hell, maybe even 56. Oh boy. Then we'll drop this in here. Excellent. Excelente. Insert previously told Pokemon joke. Refer back to probably about 3 streams ago or whatever. Ooh, getting my pipe stuck. As a man, I have to say that what just happened looked rather painful. Chugga, chugga, chugga. Look at the little teeth on the outside go. That's it, you're cooking. Oh, and I just about cleaned up. Looked like I was going to be missing a couple pieces. Oh well, I didn't. That's what matters. This is looking good. Because as I say, the thing is getting smaller and smaller, realistically speaking. We're about halfway done, I would say, at this point. Ah, that's a bit too, way too soon of a cut there, stupid. I perhaps maybe adjust this. Nice, that's slightly better. Emphasis on slightly. Yeah, I'll be able to go 2 laps around the plot here before I have to deposit into the old thingamajig. I reckon. We might carelessness, maybe not, but we'll see. Get out of here, burbs. My field, not yours. What, do you think you're just like a natural part of nature or something? Oh no. There we go, that lined up quite nicely in the end. Just to clean up the outside. Oh, my cat still looks like such a dork. So I guess it's perfect for me. But as mentioned, I'm sure I'll give an outfit look in at some point. See what other options they can present. I think going twice all the way round was an ambitious statement. I'll just drop this off while I'm here at the tractor. While it's still about 50% when I go around. When it starts to get less than that per rotation, I'll then do a couple. I don't know, it makes sense in my head. Somehow. Somehow the words undeserved justification spring to mind. Okay. I love how the crescendo bit kicked in as the build up kicked in as the pipe was coming out there. He's extending the pipe menacingly. Literally couldn't have timed that better if I was actually trying. Oh no, 23 litres. Oh well, I'll put that in a bit. We carry on. Bum, 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 bum. Tchaikovsky is the true goat of classical music. Even though I've stated before that this one isn't even my favourite piece of his. does look quite nice when they're not quite swathed, just the excess pieces come out from the back. That's my take. It's aesthetically pleasing from both the harvester and to the effect on the ground. The harvester is very dirty already. We've only just started on this harvesting season. Holy heck. Such is the way of things, huh? I am not missing a blade there. Get out of here. Grab it. Thank you. Hey Tony, welcome back. Am I lonely? No, I am not lonely. You hear the music. Ah, you just came in a convenient timing for the music. This is the classical radio station. So there's very diverse moods. Just if you had turned up about 3 minutes ago, you wouldn't have asked the question, because it was the Swan Lake waltz that was playing, and that's very not a sad sounding piece. No, it's just I'm just trudging along. Like I say, I'll do a couple hours here, Tony. Then later on, I will be joining you for the forge. So don't worry. I'm not purposely trying to keep you hanging. Joined us on the forge and got the cobalt pickaxe. Excellent. Good stuff. We're literally, for mining, we're on level playing ground right now, because I too haven't moved up from the cobalt pickaxe. Most of them saving for the 133 grand pickaxe. We're literally on the same standard at the moment. It's really only you. What, you mean here? Yeah, but still. Such is the way of things. You want the lightning pit? Yeah, that one does look kind of cool. The company's still nice. Oh yeah, I always appreciate the company. It's never expected, but it's always appreciated, you know? But you're not necessarily tethered to have to stay with me just for that. I'm not saying it as a guilt tripping concept. I'm fine at the moment anyway, Tony, when I've been streaming, that more people come and say hi near the back end. Just like a woman. Hey Black, welcome, welcome. Nice to have you here, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Hope your weekend's been going well. Honour and a pleasure to have you here as always. Oh, I forgot to actually unload the harvester. So as for the animals and cows thing, I think that, as mentioned, unfortunately I won't be able to get it after this harvest season, I very much doubt, because as I say, I want to buy the plot of land for it. And then have to buy the things as well. But I think after the harvesting season after this one, so after next year's lot of crops, I think I have enough to buy a plot of land and the cow shed and the cows. I went up 20,000. Yeah, I ticked out the trailer, and that gave me 18k. You also missed there was a great moment where I was trying to cross the train track thing, went after the train and I got stopped by the post. So this harvester was literally doing a 180 up the side of the train stop gate. It was a moment of all time. I would replicate it, but it was honestly the most coincidental thing possible. Like, I don't even know how, but it literally got stuck in my, I think it got stuck in the header to pull the whole thing up. Like, I couldn't have, it's one of those you can't recreate it if you tried moments. But I know I enjoyed it as it happened. So, Black, are you also part of the Forge gang? Are you getting your mining on? Or have you not touched the game yet? Nah? Well, fair enough. Fair enough. You can't play Roblox. Okay. What? Are you... Oh, because you said before you were having problems with... Oh, you now need to get government verified for it. Really? Huh. Is it to do with the whole government suing the US government suing Roblox thing then? Oh, I'm out of I'll get you gone over. That's weird. But because of your age, you can't. Yeah, you can't verify. You've got to verify. This is the thing where people say you've got to have 10 years of experience. Where they say, yeah, you've got to have 10 years of working in the field, but nobody in the field will hire you because you've got to have the 10 years of working. But how can you get the work experience if you've not been working in the field? It's a conundrum. Yeah, that's the same good question. Yeah. Okay. So they've basically put a massive hurdle and a stopgap in there for you. Yeah. Yeah, I hear ya. Receive a link and then you've got to do the same thing and then it tells you that's not verified so you can't use it. The same question. Yup. I don't understand why that is though. Also, you're not able to play Roblox via a VPN so that it doesn't think that you're in the USA so that you can just log in. So you just set a VPN to say go, I don't know, UK and then do it from there. Don't need government verification to play Roblox here in the UK, for instance. Or do you think that's too quote-unquote risky for in case if someone notices that that's what you're doing? Some countries can't play Roblox. Yeah, I'm totally aware of that. That's why I say about the VPN thing. Even though honestly, I think, in a weird way, I think not being able to play Roblox may be for the better. Not necessarily for you per se, I just mean in the general sense. I mean, it's going to turn into apparently it's going to turn into a dating sim soon anyway, Black. So, don't worry about it. You don't need to have age verification to go on a dating sim these days, who cares? Who cares about all that stinky relationship stuff? Oh, sounds like you've put on. It sounds like you've got the beginning of a plan here. if you download Roblox, maybe you can play with your friends. But you can't. But you just said that you can't play it anyway. So if you download Roblox, you're stuck with the same problem. It's the same loop ad nauseum, or some such. Mayhaps, perchance. I'm not trying to dissuade you, I'm just trying to think. I mean, I've given out my main thought suggestion because I know you play via PC. But that's weird because you literally were able to join in yesterday. Or be on Roblox yesterday, so is it like a brand new thing that they've implemented? Or is it just a system that's been in place for a while and it's now caught up to you? Yesterday was laggy, yeah. Probably because you weren't allowed to play it. That's probably why it was laggy. You factory resetted your PC, okay. And you reckon maybe that did something to... You reckon that might have been an influence to something or other? Because maybe your parents have put some sort of parental controls on the PC, and then you factory reset the PC, and now it's undone something that your parents might have done. Is that maybe a possibility? Thinking about it. Again, I don't know. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to say one way or another, I don't know. I'm just trying to feed suggestions and ideas into the old think tank. Oh, guess what? Did I miss a tiny bit of canola again? I'm all canola the place. Okay. Nice, that's better. Hippity hoppity, that piece of canola is definitely my property. Honk honk. Yeah, it's looking quite a bit smaller here now, which I like. The smaller the rectangle, the quicker we are to finishing. In a truly scaling leap of distance. Because although it doesn't really look like it, we are almost halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Or should I say almost living on a prayer? Which honestly as a concept is just whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, man. Okay. Let's just get this in. That's what he said. Yeah, we've still got plenty of room in the trailer here. Unk. I know. I know I've probably done something here. You found a cheat method, what, for the Roblox thing? Well, don't make it too public, because somebody might expose you for that. But hey, you've got it to work? Glad for you. Now you can join me and Tony in the Forge when we play later. One of the Roblox verifications has a selfie thing. Ah, so you got a picture of like an older person and just click. Good loophole. You show a picture of like Justin Bieber. Oh dear. I personally am holding Tony responsible for the Justin Bieber. No one knows, like Adam Sandler. Hey, Adam Sandler's pretty good. Or rather he was until Click. But the older stuff, like Happy Gilmore, is still one of my favourite films of all time. This Roblox will think you're a bad actor. Well, you just said Justin Bieber. If you want to talk about bad, truly Justin Bieber is like one of the worst. Let's be honest. But yeah, Adam Sandler post-Click? Nah. No thanks. I mean, actually, even just at Click, you know what I mean? Like, everything before Click was good, then Click came out, which was bad. However, supposedly, the film with Adam Sandler in called Leo, which is an animated one on Netflix. Justin Bieber did say the N-word. Oh, but what I'm saying is his music is terrible as well. Back at the beginning of his, I remember back at the beginning of his rebellious stage, where he tried to be a total douchebag. He was trying to perform somewhere, and everyone threw plastic bottles at him. They throw like water bottles at him at one of his concerts. Like, wild. I mean, to be fair, I don't necessarily condone. I mean, the notion is funny, but I don't condone the behaviour. I will preface that. Like, Justin Bieber's bad, but he doesn't deserve literal physical abuse because his music, because his ability to sing is crap. You know, nobody deserves that. Then again, nobody really deserves to have to listen to Justin Bieber singing either, but, you know, what can you do? You're in the damn, you're stuck in the damn loop. I thought you got yourself out of the damn loop. So now you've got to prove that you're Justin Bieber. You need parent permission. Well, just ask your parents. Explain to them very calmly. Give me this damn thing now. So you add your email to be yourself as a parent, and then it's asking for the verification of the fact that you are a parent. It'll be like, brilliant, you are now successfully your own parent. Now verify that you are a parent. You're gonna be hitting the you could be out there in the stratosphere, mate. Your devious methods are great, but unfortunately it seems like that they've found a way to lull know you. Still have one more ability, one more trick up the sleeve per se. Mayhaps, perchance. make a whole other email. Just make a burner email, use it for the verification, be done with it. There's loads of temporary email websites. If you find one that lets you create an email, generate an email address, and keep the inbox for a little while, so you can check the inbox when they send any necessary verification messages, then you're golden. Not gonna lie, I've used burner emails for a few things, including making new RuneScape accounts in the past. Also, a burner email is actually my Roll20 login as well. Which of course doesn't matter as much these days because I barely use it, but I still use it here and there. I also use it for the tier list videos, so I can remake the thing if I had to under a different thingy. So how about we change the station for a little while? Mix it up a bit. This station's also okay. This is the most mid-tier station in the game, I think. If I had to say. Hell yeah. We're definitely passing or verging on halfway there now. Which is pretty neat. Or rather, halfway there on Big Field 1 of 3. Oh dear. Like I say, it's a slow burn, but I'm here to chill. So let's actually assess the finances on this while I'm here then. So this isn't accounting for the cost of the actual cows, but let's assume... Oh, okay. I have supposedly forgotten how to do this. Aha. Right, so for cows. Yeah, the cheapest pen is about 7. Well, I'd really rather make it a building one. They're so expensive. Let's assume cow shed small, right? So it's 85k. Or you can just go larger UK cow barn, and that's only 100k, and it's bigger. It can hold up to 150 cattle. Oh yes. Then, so that's 100k. Then let's assume I'll be putting it down into field 7. So it's 53k. So off the rip, I need 150k just to get the setup ready for cows. So that's actually totally achievable. That's not actually bad at all. It's only 100k more than what I have now. So we'll have cows in no time. And I am determined to make the first cow be called Cowgarot, by the way. It's happening. It was a stroke of genius, and I'm not letting go of it. Excuse me, you come out of nowhere. Excuse me. Go down. There we go. Go down, header. That's what he said. Nice. Now we're getting somewhere. So I proclaimed earlier that finishing off this specific field will get me up to about 85k in the kitty. Approx. I'm starting to think it will leave me at slightly higher than that, and that I'll earn more of a yield than I previously anticipated, but we'll see. Let's not count all of our chickens before they're hatched. Even though actually all of them have hatched. They're all just in the coop back at the thing. Why? Oh no, are you still stuck in the loop? Keep trying until you're 18, Black. And then by that point, you'll be able to physically show them that you're of age. And then by that point, they'll probably say, you've tried too many times. You're done. Oh well. Think of it as a time of self-reflection and geometry dash. That is so silly though. But so you can't use a burner email as a parent email. And there's no way your actual parents will help you get this sorted. Hold on, what am I trying to do right now? All we need to do is pick up one strand of canola. Why am I taking such a weird angle of things? There we go. That's better. To be fair, Black, I understand that you quite like the battleground games on Roblox. What about trying to find on, say, Steam, like a battleground or like a fighting game that you can get into? Like maybe try Dragon Ball Xenoverse or something like that, because that's got similar vibes. In the fighting approach. And in Dragon Ball Xenoverse you can make your own character, which is cool. It's been a while because I haven't played it in a while, but I think when I made my character I made them I'm fairly certain I made them like a boo, like the boo species. Because they got something cool in their abilities. If I recall. Yeah, we're about 2/3 done now. You can start to see end to end here. So there might even be more than 2/3 done on this field actually. Looking at the standing, which I like. try and keep a relatively easy turning. I knew I had not curled round quick enough to see, so I did it as a stop and start. Probably misses out a tiny bit of the... Nope. Excellent. Makes up for previous stuff. I haven't seen any of it, but I'm fairly certain there's a farming isekai. Well, I mean, at this point there's an isekai for just about everything, but I'm fairly certain there's a one that's come out within this season that's a farming isekai. Oh, I might be mistaken. Yeah, and then we'll dump this crop into the trailer. Hell yeah. That whole 6 miles an hour. Don't worry, when I can start to do mechanical upgrades, this is like the first thing that I'm changing. I've lamented before about the small tractor, but no, this thing is atrocious. This will be changed once the budgeting allows it. Am I close enough? No, it's not in yet. That's what she said. But let's have a little look. This is another 18k already, so that'll bring us up to 70k. Maybe I overshot the value of the canola on this field then. We'll see. Okay, so I'll probably empty the trailer this time here. Now. Just because then the rest of it can be in the last one. I mean, all the other fields are canola as well, so it doesn't matter too much. I could have just let it go to full, but hey, I'm doing it. This will fetch another 20-ish K, as mentioned. I'm going to guess about 21. Seeing as 78% was 18k. Or 70 whatever percent it was. I did 76, I don't remember. All I know, this is about 15% whole product in here this time. So yeah, my actual guess will be 20.6k. That's my one official guess. Remember, running over people just turns them into a ghost, unfortunately. So it's not really worth it. I'm liking the number go up. Very nice. Oh, 21.1. Excellent. So yeah, for sure this one field out of the 3 is going to be over 40k this year. this harvesting season. Very nice. Be nearer 50k by the time that I finish up. Ba da ba da ba ba da ba. I don't remember if this trailer has the plate. Yes, it does have the Dick Munch plate. Good. I think there's one or two things that don't have the Dick Munch plate, but I can change them, I think. That all matches. I'm actually going to do something that's almost contrarian. I'm going to turn the tractor around this time. It's actually facing the right direction. Holy heck. How truly remarkable. Such a difference. Anyway, turn on. Maybe turn off while we're driving to it. That'd be neat. Then back in on it. Yeah, this is about the last quarter of the field or so. How many lengths is the speed left equivalent to? About 6, maybe 8. I'm not going to say the number in between that. But I keep setting myself up for it even though there's literally no point. Can't even say numbers now. Jeez. Also, why does it look like... Why does it just have like a... The land that I missed with the stuff at the back always made it look like a little duck silhouette. Kinda neat. And a little bit quackers, but kinda cool. If you look close, it might have been a rabbit instead. Shout out to that one optical illusion and that one person that knows what I'm talking about. More like shout out to one person who actually heard me say that. Such is the necessity on a chill evening like this. It's not high octane over here. Not yet. Not until I start getting horses and riding around the town on horses. That's gonna be fun. You know, I'm not saying that this isn't fun, but it's contextual, yeah? Beat. And we can do the turning right. Just gets done like this. And yeah, a whole circuit now is pretty much under 40%, so we're getting there. As mentioned. Oh, listen thing. There we go, that's better. You know what, let's go for the... Nah, I'm not as big of a fan of the German and the rock stations. Which is weird for me to not like a rock station in the game, but there you go, that's where I lie on that opinion. A little different to my norm. Especially considering that rock is only one of my foundations of musical preferences. Just saying. Or should I say just saying? Ba 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 ba. There's a funny looking engine on the back of this thing. With the long old exhaust pipe. Kind of reminds me of the barrel of an M4 platform, honestly. Like, you can't look at that and tell me that's not a gun. That's not a gun barrel. And maybe I'm giving you a completely wrong take. Oh, and again? The missing the corner Canola Street continues. Nice. The wombo combo. Okay, let's just quickly put this in the thing that does the stuff. I could have turned it off while driving over here. That would have helped. Hindsight is 20/20, I suppose. Nope, don't put the thing away. Nice. Then we'll put the pipe away. Last couple of circuits. And then field 1 of 3 is done. Ah man. Even though the thing about it, it's quite nice to have more expansion on the farm. The fact that I can now say this is field 1 of 3 when before this was just the only plot of land we had. Pretty nice. Definitely signs of steady progress. I mean, that is how simulator games tend to go. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Yo soy bien. ¿Y tú? Even though I've said it before, I'll say it again. Mi España es muy caca. You learn Spanish at 12. Nice. Totally delayed. Totally delayed, Batman. It took 3 business days to say nice. Oh, it might not have been a stream delay, it might have just been a brain delay, let's be honest. That's not unheard of. I of course mean from my end. It just took a while for me to have said the thing. Am I tired? No, I'm not tired, I'm just stupid. Don't get too confused. You know, generally speaking, I guess I am. My sleep pattern's pretty crap at the moment, still. I have been trying to fix it, and then when I fix it, it's unfixed. So I'm currently in like a bad loop. Not quite a not being able to verify myself to be able to play Roblox loop, but it's definitely in a weird loop. But no, I'm not necessarily tired right now. However, this harvester is. There's 4 of them. Lead to the harvester. Are you tired? The harvester. Gee, I sure hope I am. Yes, this is looking good. I mean, it's weirdly wobbly, but the actual surface is looking good. That much is true. I know as much is true. Welcome back, Black. How's the Groundhog Day going? Are you still stuck? Or is the verification thing? Why did I become a streamer? Why have I started doing YouTube stuff? I know it's something that I can put a lot of effort into. I can put my passion towards what I enjoy and what I find fun. It's actually pretty good for my mental health as well. Honestly. It's something that I was going to try and do years ago. And then life sort of had to happen. And a couple of years ago when I started doing this was a good time for me to truly set myself on working towards it, you know? So all sorts of reasons, Black, really. As I've mentioned before, years and years ago I did used to stream on Twitch for quite a few years. Sort of more on and off than what I do now. Of course, because now I'm able to give the time and dedication to it. More so. You gave up on the verification. Yeah, fair enough. If it was looking like a far more tedious process than what you had expected, and it wasn't going your way, then that's totally understandable. Another question. As always, Black, as many as you want. I might not be able to always answer. What is my ego in life? What is my ego in life? What are you trying to ask? Like, what's my opinion on how life goes? Or what do you mean by what is my ego on life? You mean like perspective? I mean, an ego is just somebody's bravado. That's why I ask. Ego is a very specific thing that doesn't. I don't know if that's quite what you're asking, but yes, my stance is that of more of a nihilistic approach. Which the abridged version is basically everything just sort of happens, nothing really matters. Even though I do like the karma system, so I sort of have a bit of the karma system in my nihilistic approach. Is your answer? And then there's my generic response. In Blue Lock, ego means golden life. Yeah, see, you're taking words and phrases that are being used in a specific way under not quite how you normally use them. That's why I was asking, Black. What you're trying to say is what's my goal in life? So now I refer to you to my generic answer to how I previously answered, which is I'm still here, aren't I? It's pretty much just, I'm still here, aren't I, is my usual answer to that. Quite honestly. I've got nothing fancy or ambitious to put out there, unfortunately. Really, my goal, Black, more relates to making sure my nephews are there, you know, and doing what I can for my boys while I'm here. That's my answer. Everything else is come what may, I think. Can't really give you a more logical answer than that because it's not something I ever really think about. Which again, I know feels like it sounds ignorant, but it's the wholehearted truth of the matter. But I think for next year I will set up some goals for here on YouTube, such as putting out a specific amount of stuff that I wanted to put out there, which I still haven't done. Kick back against the tide a little bit. It's not gonna lie, I've been a little bit complacent this last week. Even though, that being said, I have actually been recording ready for a couple of Mitten Squad-esque challenges. So they're videos that I'll be working on and I'm currently working on. I've got the footage together for one of them. I'm currently working on the footage for the other one. So they'll be out in due course. Well, hey, field 1 done. I mean, once I've done the last little bit here, obviously. We're pretty much there. Nice. And then my response, of course, is 1 down, 2 to go. Luckily the other fields are slightly smaller than this one. This one's like a giga farm. A giga plot of land. The other one's smaller by quite some way. Welcome back, Black. Back in Black. Do I hit the sack? Don't even need to empty this harvester at the moment. I can just roll on to the next field. It might be worth emptying it just for the sake of that. I'll be passing past the trailer anyway. Oh, piss off, is there a tiny little bit that I missed? Get out of here with that nonsense. I'm coming for you. Da-da. Da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hold on, is there another bit over in the distance? Damn skill issue. Is that just the texture being all funny at the end there? No, it genuinely was another missed piece. The 1 piece, more like the 2 piece. Okay, there we go. Nice, 1 field down. Is it just me, or is this track feel like some sort of... I know this is a French radio station and all that, but this feels like a discount Daft Punk style. I used to quite like Daft Punk. I mean, I still do. When it came out, I really enjoyed the Random Access Memories album, which is the one where they did the soundtrack for Tron. They used a lot of the Random Access Memories album for it. I think Daft Punk split up a couple of years ago. Or, you know, they declared they were going to stop or whatever. I think they had a falling out though, if I recall. That's why I say they split up. I could be misremembering, of course. Honk honk. Right, next field. I feel this is the best course of action. Honk honk. Am I car or am I duck? Honk honk. I should have said am I goose. Either way, you know what I mean. Right. Ready for the next field. Now the question is, do I want to get the AI to plough the other field while I'm doing this? I think maybe I do, actually. So let's open up. They'll miss a couple bits, as they have done the last few times, but I'm sure that can be gone over by me. Remember that this thing goes at like 2 miles an hour when the AI worker's ploughing that other field. It's not much, but it's something. Also, I keep forgetting. It's not actually important, but it kind of is. Let's keep feeding Beethoven. Here you go. Like, it's not a necessity. The dog sort of still chills when the bowl isn't filled up, but at least he enthusiastically is running to his food after not eating for like several months, I'm assuming, at this point. Okay. Then we get this on the outskirts of the field. And we'll go jump in the other tractor. So, okay. I clearly wasn't driving straight considering the plough hit the bridge at the end there. Nice, good job, me. Well done. Right. Worker, there is a field here. Don't tell me you don't recognise the fact that there's a field. Go. I could teleport to this tractor, of course, but I am a farmer, and farmers have the innate ability to teleport, but nothing wrong with stretching the legs. Right, this is 40% full. So as I thought, this field was 2.5 of this trailer. I didn't anticipate it to be roughly that. So with that being the case, yeah, this would bring me up to about 85, 86k with what I currently have. But I'm not going to go empty it yet. Let's just leave it hanging while I fill up from here. And I'll leave this literally on this track, I suppose. Next field. Same again. Let's roll. I do remember from last stream though that when I was trying to get the AI worker to auto plough this, it made like a weird angle all the way from the corner outward. Made it really awkward for it to farm made it awkward to plough otherwise. It's really weird. I know I'm not going to do this one in length, so I am going to go and do the circly thing, but of course when I'm starting from the outside, it just looks like I'm doing it in lines. Okay, and let's turn. That looks way too wide of a turn curve. Way too late, sorry, I suppose. But hey, I didn't want to miss the corners. Get more agitated about missing the corners than anything else. No real reason. I suppose doing it in first person here we can hear the radio station slightly better. And it mixes it up for a bit. So when I'm not in first person, you can see that my hand is very clearly on both the gear stick and the steering wheel. First person, however, I have no hands. What do you know? Just a thought? Well, when they say Jekyll and Hyde are the evil twin, I mean, technically, Jekyll and Hyde aren't twins, they're the same person. It's like a Bruce Banner and the Hulk, or like a, what's his name, Clark Kent and Superman kind of situation. They're just two sides of the same coin. I say I don't enjoy doing this in first person as much. I feel it's more satisfying doing it in third person. Yeah, that's a bit nicer. Because when I'm in first person, the view's a little obscured from the top of the tractor, and the windscreen's a little bit murky. Whereas like this, we can actually see everything. Which would be even better once I aesthetically change the entire place. Because that is a potential part of the plan. Just turn the whole thing into my empire. So I've got a whole load of decor mods on the go that aren't really used yet. It's one of those good things come to those who wait kind of scenarios. Even though honestly I'm sure we'll hit critical mass soon enough. That's the way it goes. Wait, what is going on with Field 7? Maybe I just buy the field so that we can feel like we're closer, even though we're technically not closer. How do I get it to show me the different... yes. Harvested. So there's nothing on there right now. Maybe I buy it and keep it plain, or while it's plain, seed it to be grass. Yeah, let's buy the plot of land now, shall we? Oh, this plot of land is 77k. I don't think it was 50k earlier. Did I derp out and set the wrong piece of land? Has it gone up in price? I still think I want to make it plot 7, so I'll still hang on to the money for that. The actual ideal hasn't changed, I suppose is what I mean to say. Like, it's all still planned in my head, you know? Okay. Is that close enough? Yes, by far, right? Yeah, excellent. Now we're laying pipe. You know, getting the seeds on the go or whatever. China. Yes, yes, move. China. Yeah, that... For anyone who's been watching any of it so far, that new EU4 playthrough that's going on at the moment, that Emperor of China 1, holy heck, you will see how quickly I destroy China. That was an insane playthrough. Honestly. That is definitely a playthrough that I recommend watching, because that is non-stop. That is non-stop insanity, that one. Excuse me? That being said, I know I don't often plug too much of what I do, nor do I try and chill, but that one I'm saying, hell yeah, go watch. That's a good one. For sure. But holy heck, I've lost about 20% of the tank already. Huh. Goes to show, I guess. yeah, you can see how much quicker this field is going to be. These two, as I mentioned, these two fields that I've got left to do combined are about the size of the other fields put together, but slightly less, or such. Still a decent amount, don't get me wrong, but because they're also two smaller fields individual, they'll feel like less of a pain, I suppose. And yes, more of the hay bales I just brazenly threw to the side. It's fine, I can forklift them at some point. As per previous implications. Don't worry, I remembered how to turn. Eventually. Sorry, I had myself muted for a second there. That's all it was. I was checking things out. Yeah, already one circuit's not even taken up half of the tank. I mean, it's not by much, but it's not doing it. You know? Yeah, I'm only going to stop to put this in the trailer. Let's just keep moving. Even if it is dangerously half full, or me wanting to do one more circuit. I'm feeling rebellious. If there's any problems, I blame Cal. This really does feel like generic noughties boy band song. Maybe even nearer 90s. This is like early noughties. Early noughties, late 90s style. Boy band, you know. Don't worry about the money looking like it's going down. That's a result of the air worker. I think they've got the air worker on automatic refuel while it's working. It's not because of the seeds or anything in this occasion. I think it's just because of the fuel right now. Oh, the curse. The curse returns. You, come here. Get in my belly. Good. That feels better. can't actually see what it says on the little touchscreen pad at the side there. I'm assuming it's pointless. Just saying. Also, seriously, is this like a 4-gear box? You'd have thought that tractors like lorries would have like not quite the 18 odd gears that lorries have, but you'd have thought they'd have had extra gears. Only a standard. Yeah, see, I can fit 2 circuits in like a true rebel right now. Oh, I'm gonna miss like the tiniest bit at the end that's gonna be like, lol, no. Oh no, 90%, I thought it said 99%, I thought it said 89. Never mind. Such is life. Right. Let's just fill up. Fill up before I spill up. Or some such. Alright, now I'm just trying to say something catchy. The air doesn't actually spill, it's literally just JPEGs. We've been over this. Ooh, I left that cover for way too long. No good. Oh, skill issues but on my end. No one forced me to leave it that long. Right. In we go. So yeah, see, this field's already about 20% done. And how's the hour worker getting on with plowing the other one? They're about, well, I mean, they're nearly through the 2, so they're about a quarter of the way done. Kind of impressive, honestly, given the situation. Unless they've been skipping loads of lines, but I think they'll probably skip 1 line and a half from what they did before. If track record were to reflect. Once again, I don't know, I'm just sort of yapping. Oh, and I curse myself again. Nice. Oh, well, that's another one. In the words of DJ Kaywood. I think it was a weird choice to name himself after a vegetable, but there you go. At that point, just name yourself DJ Chok Soy, you know? No, what's it called? Pak Choi, right? Pak Choi. Don't worry, I'm not being serious. I know it's DJ Khaled, not DJ Khaled. Looking to get anyone's knickers in a twist. Just meeting as usual. Oh yeah. We are truly cooking. You know what, let's go first person for a little bit again. So See, mixing it up. It's also kind of nice the way to be able to see the edge of the combs, you know? And I missed the corner anyway. Not even first person can save me from the curse of being skill issued. And I suppose that's a me issue as well, right? There's only so much can be done about that. Don't worry, I concede that. And yeah, I'll do 2 circuits again. We're not even filling up the tank on 2, so may as well. Something physics. Except no, because they only list chemistry and biology. They don't do the whole triad of science. Think about it, what about the song Wonderful World by Sam Cooke? Don't know much about history. Because they talk about biology. What does he do? So, don't know much about history. Don't know much about biology. Don't know much about a science book. Well, I mean, I guess he says science book. And he talks about French. But I do know that I love you. It's been a while since I listened to the song, actually. I do like it, but yeah, I don't think that song talks about physics either, directly. But it does cover both biology and chemistry. Dibs, so true. So true. Nice to have you here as always, Portable. Hope you're doing good, buddy. We're once again on that high octane farming life. But we are definitely one step closer to having the cows. And hello Sawyer HJJ. I so wish they'd let us see a proper account names as before. But no, yours is the same as your at. Cool. Hi Sawyer. Nice to have you here as well. Honour and a pleasure. I once again extend life I did to Portable just now. Hope your weekend's going well and that you're doing good. So yeah, once I unload the trailer, we'll buy that other farm ready, and I'll plant it. I'll get it ploughed and partly with grass, so that can be where the cows. Can you play? I mean, sure. Do you have the game on? Does the game allow for cross-platform for Farm Sim 22? I don't know. But if we were to, Sawyer, I'd probably say we'd do a separate file so that everybody can come through, because I've sort of been doing this just solo. This one, not gonna lie. You're on PC. Also, doesn't there have to be mod compatibility when we play together? But I'm sure we can figure something out. Let me have a look. Because I haven't done the only time I've ever played this game is when I've done it with my mates, also on console. Let's have a look. Let's go, whatever, Farm Manager. Go on, say the first map. Unfortunately, I've got a whole bunch of mods. I don't know how that would translate in what you'd be able to do in terms of joining. I'm just trying to set it up, Sawyer. I'm not saying no to you joining. I'm just trying to see how to get it set up so that we'd be able to go together. Because I don't know, because I'm Boomer Unk. Hold on, did I literally just miss an option just called multiplayer? Did I fail from the start here? I don't think I failed from the start. Hold on. I failed from the start. Good stuff. Fail stacking mode. Holy heck. You chew me out, right? Create game. Right. That went well. Let's do farm manager, shall we? I think that we were also cursed. Let's do Ellingrat. I can't remember what this is like. Then if I go... Right, so the password... I'm literally just going to put... Apparently I'm also bad at putting in passwords. Jesus. Just, I will get there. It's annoying because the button that you'd expect to be the damn... Right. Quick game. The button you expect to be the action button is not the action button. Okay. Create game. Farm manager. Ellingrat. Continue. Game name, Millsy's game. Okay. Password is literally just going to be with a capital, Millsy. Easy. Allow crossplay? Yes. Auto accept? Yes. Allow any friends? No. Go. Yay. So yeah. I'll write it in the chat as well here. It will say Millsy, because I've got to edit it. It will say Millsy Coons game and password, and then so pass is it's just me. Capital M. What's Erlingrat? It's one of the maps portable. We've been playing on Millstown, that map mod I found, but this is just a base map. Let's go... select. I'll just do this real quick. Okay, apparently that's how we do it real quick. Let's create a farm. Apparently we've got a chicken thing. Yup, we're keeping the chicken head. There is no password. You can either be on the same farm or do your own, I don't mind. Oh, the colour changes the picture. Well, that sucks. I wanted to keep the pig head, chicken head, but I can't have a blue chicken head. Come off it. If you want me to, I can go back and disable the mods that I have on, so you can just get straight in. I'm just going to call it MP. What is signable? Blah blah blah. Off. There we go. I'm just putting on the same settings as what I have on the other one. Yeah, everything else is fine, I suppose. You have most of my mods. You have over 3,000 mods. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. I mean, like, crazy good. You know what? Let's get... I will choose... Hold on. What's the rest of the... Right, so where's the thingy? Right, so the thingy's here. So we may as well have, like, I don't know, plot 19... plot 15 or 14. Some such. Also, I will try and show this off, because I was talking about it earlier. If I create a new farm, right, I can leave the farm, go to the other farm. You can go finance, or what is it? There's an option. Do I have the sign mods? I have some sign mods, yes. Transfer money to farm, and then you can basically just transfer all the money in the world to the other farm. and then what you do. Don't worry, I'm only doing this once to show it off. There you go. So that's what I could have done to get the other one rolling, but of course that's the actual proper full-on one. So hold on, is it showing my? I need to disable voice chat in game. Voice chat volume off. Voice recording volume not at all. I'll leave it 100% just for the case of convenience. Right, that should stop. No, it's still showing me. You have voice chat. I was going to turn it off for the sake of, if you want me to keep it on, I can. But I was just going to turn it off for broadcasting my voice. Not as a slight against you. It's up to you. If you want me to, I can... Voice input, yeah? Ah, off. I hear. Thank you. Alright, let's do the cow thing, shall we? And all the rest of it. Obviously a tractor is in order. And there's only one acceptable option for tractors. And that is New Hollander. Okay. And I can just teleport to it. Then I'll put the animal pens and stuff on field 20. Field 19, I don't know what we'll do with it, but it's also up to you as well, Sawyer, because we're doing this multiplayer right now. So feel free to muck in as you please. You'll be... What, you're being a bit dumb for the week, Portable, you mean? By unbeat, you mean like what, you're ready to rest up, or? Maybe this field wasn't the best choice. We can use these as the crops ones, then I'll put the cow farm on a different one. Maybe. We're downloading some of the mods. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, they're expensive ones. Let's just go 25. Okay. We got somewhere to put the cows. Sure is the worst day of the week. Monday? Oh yes. It sure is the worst day of the week, Garfield. That is true. Right, so let's go. Unlike the single player one, let's put cows down from the get-go here. How now, down cow? Large UK cow barn. Let's go, I don't know, here? Here looks pretty good. Neat. Straight in. Freudian cows, absolutely. Animal dealer. Well, we've got brown Swiss, Holsteins. Oh, it's good to know the price of them properly. Holsteins are this cow is bred for profit. Limousines, aren't they cars? Let's get some Holsteins in, shall we? Transport fees apply if you do not transport the animals. Yeah, I don't mind. We'll get, like, I don't know what. Should we get, like, 40 cows? Yeah, we got cows here. We got cows up in this business. They don't have... Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to name them. That's okay. And I need to get the food for them. Can you let them there and disseminate the land? I think they stay in the barn. I don't think this is like Harvest Moon where I can allocate to let them out from the barn. Well, I remember in Harvest Moon New Life I used to open up the back doors and let the cow and the horse roam in the back of the barn. But I don't think we can do it here, unfortunately. That's a shame. That would be cool. We want to feed cows. Feed horses, chickens. What about cows? Don't cows normally take... That does not sound like a plan. That does not... Can I play in your server? If you've got loads of mods installed, I might not be able to. We can see what I can do. We'll see what can be done, Sawyer. Right, so if I go multiplayer, join game. Let's have a look. What I could do as well, Sawyer, is we could just go from the get-go again and I'll just turn off all mods. Right. There you get in. Yep, no worries. I need to go and answer the call of nature real quick, so I'll be back in a brief second. So I'll be with you in a moment. Alright, sorry to keep you waiting. Were you able to get into your server, Sawyer, for me to join in, or...? Or what's the sitch? Soy Farm Co. Okay. Soy Farm Co. Excellent. Details. Oh. That's a lot of mods for me to download before I can join you, though. That is a lot of mods. Don't think that will be done in any decent time, unfortunately. Download them, lol. Yeah, I mean, I can. It's going to take... Do you want to... For a total size of 4 gigabytes of mods. Holy heck. That's going to take forever, though, dude. That's the thing. If you didn't have so many... That's a lot of mods. That's a lot of mods and a lot of time to download a lot of mods, Sawyer. Might be better if we just make a lobby with no mods. I can set up one with absolutely no mods and do it that way. So that way neither of us have to worry about mods that are missing. Deselect all. No mods. It will once again be the same thing as previously mentioned. Yeah, why don't we just do no mods so we can play together, just real easily and conveniently. It doesn't matter how I look. Just remembered some of the settings, good. I wonder if it's copyrighted. What, that Ding Dong song? It might be. Some are, you know. Like Happy Birthday is actually copyrighted by someone. So everybody singing Happy Birthday is subject to copyright. Would this be okay with you instead, Sawyer? We just go to a base plain one with no mods, so that neither of us have to worry. Is that okay with you? Is this okay with you, Sawyer? If we just do it this way instead? Like I say, more for time and convenience's sake than anything else. One time they sued 2,000 Girl Scouts for copyright infringement because they sung Happy Birthday. Wild. Absolutely wild. Once I realised how heinous that was. Oh yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. What are we saying, Sawyer? Are you content for us to do it this way, or do I go back to single player? No response means I presume that you're not here anymore. And that you left after saying just download them lol, because I said that's quite a lot of mods to do and it would take quite a bit of time. So correct me if I'm wrong, but otherwise it's probably worth me going back to single player at this point. I don't mean that rudely, I just mean if you're not able to respond back to me for us to get it going, then this is the option. He's given me lots of time to download them. So much time, in fact, Paul Boy's given me indefinite time. Right. Where was I? Like I say, I'd love to. I have no aversion with playing with anyone portable, and I don't mind. What I do mind is coming in and telling me to do this and do that, and then not being able to reply when I ask other questions, you know? I feel that's a little off in that sense. That one was Carry the Bells. Yes, it sure was. That's right. I don't know, am I sounding like crazy for saying that feels a little bit off? Or I don't know. Even though, to be fair, I have had a few experiences in the past where people have said, I want to play with you, and then I come out of what I'm doing to play with them, and then they're gone by the time I've set up. So. It's not the first time I've had such an encounter. Okay, I'm not saying what I'm saying is 100% correct, but I'm not sounding completely crazy. Okay, cool. Yes, I am basically looking for affirmation. I'm not trying to be a total dick about it. I'm 100% correct. I'm also 100% unhinged, I know. But that's just... Get my affirmation slot. Excellent. Cool. You give me affirmation, you receive absolutely nothing. Right. Back to it. Ugh, I guess we do the German station for a little while. But they do raise a good point, though. I should set up that multiplayer server of just a plain map with no mods, so that everyone, if anyone does want to join with me, like sincerity, then we can play together. Keep this as a single map, and have a multiplayer one ready for whenever people come by who do want to play. The intention is good on their end. Do you have noodles? I mean, it is Sunday. Do I have noodles? No. No, I do not have noodles. Just add one to the list of fussy bugger. This is the fussy bugger list. Another one for the pile. Oh, I missed it again. Sheesh. Such as life. That's crazy, I know. Oh, I don't claim to be sane. If ever I claimed to be sane, it's not me. That's someone else saying it on my behalf. You've met a better person in your life that didn't like noodles. Well, Portable, unfortunately I had, there was a time where I used to eat pot noodles, and I'll tell you the story of, it's not even that big of a story, but there is a reason specifically why I don't really do noodles. It wasn't necessarily the noodles' fault directly, but it did lead to associative stuff. So I used to eat pot noodles, and there was one time where I had a pot noodle, and we were going to go onto a boat that day. So one thing led to another. We went on this boat ride, which was meant to be a nice, simple little, you know, cruise around or whatever. Turns out the waters were very choppy that day. There was more pot noodle that came out of my system that went into my system, and I never touched pot noodle again. Yes, this was when I was a lot younger. So. But yes, on face value, just another one for the Millsy doesn't eat this file. I don't necessarily get bad motion sickness, Portable, but that was incredibly, that wasn't even just me, that was incredibly choppy waters. But of course, my head didn't associate it as the thingy. It's because I could smell because when I was going through the motion sickness, I could smell the hot noodles, and that really put me off. I remember having them again, even though, like I say, it wasn't directly related to it. Yeah, my sister unfortunately gets really bad motion sickness. She used to have motion sickness bands for whenever we'd go in a plane, or whenever she was in the back of a car, or all sorts. I wouldn't ever say I really had bad motion sickness. That was just one really bad experience. I wouldn't be adverse to going on a boat again, I'll put it that way. It's not like going on that boat the one time put me off. Most previous food picnics originate in childhood. Yeah, mine truly were. It's also something that's that's also relatively well found in neurodivergence as well. Having food sensory issues. That's not a causation thing, it's a correlation thing. Yeah, the eating of fish and having the bone not removed is a perfect example of people that have childhood experiences of going off food. That is 100% correct. It's 1,000,000% correct. I missed the freaking thing again. Skill issue? You know, it's definitely a skill issue because it's consistent. For sure. I mean, this field's about a third of the way done already, crazily. Kid won't eat a fish for life. Exactly, Bauble. Very true. I've never been a big fan of fish. I don't mind, say, fish fingers, but other than that, that's being cod, I'm not a massive fan of other fish. I did once accidentally eat a piece of scampi, mistaking it for a chicken nugget at one point for various reasons, and I was just like, so, oh my god. Aha! You did the thing. But yeah. That's about as it goes, to be honest. Almost a full trailer. Excellent. Let's go sell that off now. Probably like 90 something percent, right? 98%. Yeah. Couldn't really have timed that couldn't really have coordinated that any better if I tried. I mean, for the harvester to also be completely empty. I could have, of course, done another wave of harvester, put the last bit in to turn it into 100%. But that's so trout. Exactly. The right time and the right place. Oh, that was close. That was close to truly getting stuck. Nice. So now that I have the money for it, let's buy the land that's intended for the cows and the farm animals. So now I need another 100. I need another 100,000 to buy the cow barn and get a couple cows. So essentially, I'm practically halfway to having the cows. Oh yeah, right side of the road here. This is a US-based map. I actually don't know if in this game all the traffic is on the keep to the right or whether it's just depending on where the map is meant to originate. I never really truly looked into that. All I know is that this map, the traffic goes on the right hand side, so that's what matters in this context. Yeah, I'm not as big of a fan of this German station. There we go. Let's just go back to this. In the end, it always goes back to the classical station. Several times over. Yes, I missed the corner piece again. No, it's not difficult to be this. You're not one to judge the dampness of boring to play. I mean, I actually enjoy playing it, is the thing. It just takes a while to get going, you know? Because even if we started with the animals, yeah, sure, I could be riding around on the horses to begin with, but we'd still have to... Harvest Moon had monsters and stuff. Ah, I had Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, which I don't think had monsters in it in that particular version, but yes, there are versions of Harvest Moon with monsters and stuff. There might be a mod where you can get like werewolves that attack you or something, but I suppose I can leave the... This has cows imprisoned. Yeah, I know. So maybe instead of the UK barn, I buy that open looking one. Because there's... I'm not even saying it for the 25 grand price, but because the cows can't leave the barn, right? There's this one here. That's just an open pasture. So maybe we do that instead. We can do like, yeah, one of those. Why is there two of them? Why does this one say mod? This is Millstown mod, but how is that a modded version of the... I don't know. But we can do one of those so that they're not imprisoned portable. I kind of... Although I like the cow barn aesthetically, I agree with your thoughts on giving them a more open space. So that's maybe how we do it. What I'll do though, before I buy the cow barn, I'm going to plant the field that I bought, because I bought it as flat land, which has already been cleared off. I'll plant the field with seeds for grass, so that when I buy the other stuff, it all can sit on the grassland. But yes, I'm still doing cows as the first animal, don't worry. And the first cow, it doesn't look like I could rename the cows, but if I could, in spirit, it's called Cowgirl. But like how I can't rename the dog, which is actually called Beethoven, but the game calls it Robin. Can't rename Robin, but he is actually Beethoven. As named by Maddie. Or as she likes to call herself now, Pandora. Ooh. Because she opens up boxes and makes chaos. So appropriate. Yeah, tomorrow's stream will be totally different, Portable, don't worry. I try and keep, I'm going to keep planning into just Sundays. Tomorrow's stream will probably be more Dark Souls, buddy. I did do the get more souls to get more arrows and stuff. I might have even mentioned this the other day, but I also found that covered, I have, I think I mentioned it because I told you about how I found the coveted serpent ring and how your memory was totally 100% correct. So that will probably be tomorrow. Take on Dancer of the Boreal Valley. This is variety, it sure is. It's just a chill yap session and it will lead into something big. As I've said when I started this, I kind of wanted it to be the replacement for Sunhaven Sundays. Which, this was way before you first came to the channel, but I used to just do, as the name suggests, the game Sunhaven, which is a Har-Best Moon-esque. That is a Har-Best Moon-esque. And I used to do that every Sunday for a couple of months until I drained the game dry. And then I found an exploit, showed it to Dragon, and the two of us did it in our multiplayer match. We basically broke the game. Then they patched it. For God's sake, just play Stardew. I have got Stardew Valley. I've literally got it. It was free on PlayStation Plus this month, or the previous one. I've got Stardew Valley. Yeah, I think it was last month because my buddy's been playing Stardew Valley for at least the last month. I'm sure at some point I'll crack open that bad boy. Who knows, maybe when I'm accomplished with Farm Sim, maybe we go Stardew Sunday after. And Sundays just turn into farming days, just like for real. Which the notion sounds a bit crazy, but the idea is there. I'll chop this little thin bit in a second. I want to go back through and store the canola into the trailer anyway. Well, I just noticed the percentage. Right. Then we need to actually have something that resembles speed, please. There we go. Because of course there's also the other field which has canola on it as well. This is one thing about keeping the crop type consistent. I can just knock over the trailer exactly where my words were going. Good plan, good plan. then I'll just go from the back corner. Oh, from this corner I mean. I know it's a bit pedantic, but that's what it is, right? Sorry, the was me thinking about things. Because I was looking at the current time and I was figuring out how much more I wanted to do for this stream. But I suppose we've got extra time. Tony's probably wondering where the hell I am, but he probably also knows that I'm still here. Because I said that I'd commit to playing with Tony in a little bit. But hey, I'm already exhibiting nocturnal activities, so here we are. And will there be a happy ending? Now the fact that you put that in quote marks makes me worry. I don't think we're going for that kind of happy ending, Vorble. But I'm now also confused. Ooh, scary quotation marks. I'm scared. Damn, maybe next year I should, maybe next year my Halloween costume should be, an asterisk. Really put the fear of God into the kiddies. I have no idea what it is. Oh no, it's a dreaded symbol. Get out. Nah. Hello, Leo. I assume that once again that's an iShowSpeed reference without any prior knowledge. That is my guess. I'm locking it in. But nice to have you here. Hope you feel well. No, it's not an iShowSpeed reference. Oh damn. There goes my guess. Skadoosh. That was a good turn. I didn't miss any Konoda. It's over for him. Happy learned how to putt? Uh-oh. So Leo, I ask you as well, have you been playing The Forge? Is that a game that's interested you so far, or have you not bothered with it? Because I know you like to talk about Roblox games. Or is that one not quite on your radar yet? You have Golem Roll. Oh, so you've played the game. I assume that Golem is one of the classes with a slightly higher rarity. This is of course my assumption. The only thing I've rolled so far is Goblin. Well, what I did see the other day is player 1 joined me, and player 1 is level 200 in the game, Leo. I don't know how far you are, but Leo, so far player 1 at level 200 is the craziest highest level I've seen so far in the game. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the hay bales. They're just over there. They're chilling. They're being saved as a future investment. They don't really earn me that much at this stage. Can't remember if I have to wrap them to make them worth more money or whether it's just that the hay bales just aren't worth a lot. Can't remember if I can use hay bales as a form of feeding my animals. Maybe. I can't remember well enough, unfortunately. Once again, that's a skill issue and a me issue. Excuse me. Right, let's turn this off. So I can actually have movement speed. Smooth. Don't worry about the fact that about 1/10 of the total goods are seeping through the side of the container. They're the bad pieces of canola that we don't need. Clearly. There's a reason why they're being chucked to the side. Okay, let's get off the tractor. Everybody always has tractors, but nobody ever has a track stand. I don't know, it doesn't quite sit well with me. That's not quite a werewolf situation, I have to say. The werewolf joke is definitely better, even though they have the exact same setup. Oh, piss. How's the worker getting on? Are they stopped? They were. Oh, because I went off the lobby to go and try and get that multiplayer working, didn't I? That's right. I missed the corner again. I'm telling you, when it's consistent, it's definitely a skill issue my end. However, when it's inconsistent, it's still probably a skill issue my end. Don't worry. Very little left of this field though, which is looking nice. Ba, 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 ba. It's a shame that within the mods there's not a music mod bit. Oh yeah, I don't need the map on, that's rather unsightly. And having the control tutorials in the corner there is bad enough. But I like to keep it on because I know I forget things. So that's kind of mandatory. The map isn't though. So as I'm using the cheaper, as the plan is now use the cheaper cow pen, for the purposes of that they're not left inside. After I've done this field and the other field, I'll probably be quite a lot closer actually to being able to get the cow shed. That's right, I don't mean pen, I mean shed. Even though the one that we're going to have is more like a shed, I suppose. A pen, sorry. And who knows, when the farm gets super expansive and I have multiple cow sheds down, maybe the other one does become the UK cow bar. That's for future us to decide. Still only own like not even a quarter of the map yet. Don't worry, that will ramp up at some point. I only own a quarter of the map so far. Yeah, I've got this a little bit wonky now. A lot wonky, actually. It's what it is, right? It's all being done, so either way it'll be a mission accomplished. I suppose is one gravitas of the situation. Yeah, that's probably the main thing that made it feel off kilter. These bodgely bits sticking out. Bodgely? Not even a word. Try again. Nah, I'm gonna try again. I'm leaving it as bodgely. If in doubt, bodgely out. Right, just a tiny bit more. I probably have enough canola here to not need to go and empty this. This is probably less than 30%. So I can just get this all done in a jiffy. Even though I believe the actual translation of a jiffy is 1/16 of a second or something crazy. Or is that the time frame for a moment? I'm not keeping count. Evidently. Oh, don't tell me that you missed. And yes, I'm all about myself when I say you missed. This is way under 30% remaining, or 30% of the harvester's worth of canola left. In fact, wouldn't be surprised if it got only to about 95, 96% at best. Right, can I do the last bit in one fell swoop? Psychopathic turning circle? Almost exactly. Just a few strands here and there. Oh, didn't even reach 90%. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. We take what we can get, which is all of it. I see one tiny little strand right there. That is, isn't it? Luckily you can kind of notice it with the right angles. Awesome stuff. Right, let's turn this off. Hello, Indo Bro. Welcome, welcome. 6677. Oh boy, you're going double time on the meme. Holy heck. Too many 6s and 7s for me to keep up with. Nice. And even though I refueled this harvester partway through the other one, I've still lost almost half fuel while doing all this today as well. Crazy. I mean, I suppose it makes sense considering that the tank was full at the previous year's season and it took out like 80% of the tank. So it shouldn't be counted as a surprise. Right, let's park this here. Ready for next stream / next farming session, which will of course be next Sunday. So I'm going to end stream here for now. As mentioned, tomorrow's stream is most likely to be Dark Souls 3. Or Duck Souls. Quack quack. So shout outs and thanks to everyone for coming by. So I'm done. Yeah, for today I think I am portable. Based on time, I want to go get myself a cuppa, etc, etc. So yeah, that'll be today's stream. Catch you all soon. Peace and love. Thank you for coming by.